Monday morning, December the 3rd, getting a scrap return ready to go here. Got a bunch of stuff ready here, some dirty brass, or brass breakage, I guess. These circuit breakers, I'm not sure if they take or not. I can't remember. I know I've asked them before, but I can't remember if they took them or not. I got some mid-grade and low-grade circuit boards here, some number 2 insulated wire, number 1 insulated wire over here. I have some copper scrap, some mixed brass and copper, some brass, power transformers, lead acid batteries, stainless steel, aluminum breakage. This is all my aluminum. Again, I don't know. It seems like some of the guys are separating it into cast and old sheet, and other guys are just saying to put it all together. So I don't know. Not everyone's on the same page at the scrapyard and how that works, I guess. Same with these boards. I was told a while back that all the boards were going as low-grade boards now, which is only 5 cents a pound. And then last time I was in, the guy was separating all my mid-grade boards out of there so I could get more money. So I separated them this time. We'll see what they want to do when we get down there. I've also got this dog. What are you doing, Wally? You sniffing around? What do you think? We're going to get some money for this? So that's it. Going to get this out of here, get to the scrapyard, get back. I have some sales that need to go out. A bunch of sales over this weekend. Okay, $42 total scrap return. Just got back from the scrapyard. Really had like not a super great experience today. Maybe not the best start to the week, but at least it's $42 in my pocket before lunchtime. Got 18 for used beverage cans. I had 23 pounds of those, which is basically a full like recycle bin of those. Old sheet aluminum, $6.90. Aluminum breakage, $1. This guy took out all kinds of what most guys would consider clean aluminum and put it in my breakage pile, like totally clean pieces of aluminum. So I don't know what that was all about. Same with these yellow brass solids. I had brass breakage too, which he took at 60 cents, but there was a whole container of breakage that he wouldn't even take because he was like, oh, I'm not going to buy this. And he said it wasn't enough. So, I mean, it was enough to weigh. It was over a pound, but I guess he just wasn't in the mood to do it, so he refused to buy it. So, there you go. Copper scrap. That was pretty much what I expected. Some of these prices have gone up a little bit, too, so that's kind of a good sign. I got $5.22 for those. Although some of what I should have got number 2 for, he ended up putting that as brass breakage. That's what this brass breakage is. It's not the stuff that I thought was going to be brass breakage. It was that combined copper and brass stuff, which I always separate in case they want to take it separately, but generally they always give me number 2 copper scrap for that, and that's a huge difference. Number 2 copper scrap's $1.74 a pound, and brass breakage is 20 cents a pound, and that was 3 pounds there. So, you know, I kind of feel like that's kind of few bucks that I should have gotten paid for that I didn't, but there you go. Number 1 insulated copper has gone up to 88 cents a pound. That's great. Got $2.64 for that. Number 2 insulated copper, and again, he wanted to just put that in number 2, and I was like, hey, that's number 1. And then he looked at it, he was like, oh yeah, okay. So this guy, I've never dealt with him before. He's a real stickler. He's definitely not new because he really knows his stuff, and was really picky. You know, on the company side. Usually the new guys err on the side of the customer. But yeah, I'm a nice enough guy, but geez, he was really being a stickler about stuff. Copper bearing, that was the circuit breakers. He said I could sell those as copper bearing. He was like, you know, throw it in with your steel or whatever, but it's the same price. It's 5 cents a pound, so yeah, I'll just sell it as copper bearing there. Thank you very much. I don't have to make an extra trip down to Flat Tire Land. Auto batteries, I got 75 cents. Stainless steel, 80 cents. That's only 20 cents a pound. Oh, that's gone up, though. A few cents. Circuit boards, again, like I said, never know what these guys are going to do. I guess they're back to buying everything at low grade now. So the good thing is they've gone up to 10 cents a pound instead of 5 cents. So prices are kind of going up across the board. The only ones that seem to have stayed the same are used beverage cans, aluminum cans at 40 cents a pound. So I guess not bad. The thing about the brass breakage kind of made me mad, but you know, you'll have that. Nothing goes your way all the time, right? So that starts my week. I'm gonna get into some shipping right now. I got a pickup scheduled, so I got to get those out before the postman gets here. And today is Monday, which means everybody's going to be putting their trash out today. I don't know if I will make it out there today. It's certainly an okay day to ride my bike around as long as I get bundled up. But I just don't know if I'm going to be in the mood for it after I finish all this stuff. I should probably get back to selling some more Ataris and cleaning out the garage. If you saw my last video, you know that's a project I'm trying to work on, and wintertime is coming, so I want to get that pile of electronics and stuff out of my garage and get my car back in there. This is a Star Wars figure I'm getting ready to list. This is like a send-away figure that you had to send in, I think, like EPC codes for. So this is supposed to be Obi-Wan Kenobi as like a Force ghost or whatever. In the box package. I got this with a bunch of Star Wars toys. There's another little, I think this guy's like a Hoth General or Hoth Commander or something like that. Bought a bunch of Star Wars toys and Hot Wheels toys from my neighbor a while back. This guy that lives down the street had a bunch of he had a bunch of Star Wars toys. There's a bunch of Hot Wheels in this tote. More Hot Wheels and other kinds of like cars, toy cars in that tote. And these totes are full of like some larger, like die-cast metal cars and stuff. I can't remember what else in here. I valued the thing at about, I think $700 or $800 is what I would make on eBay if I ended up selling each thing individually at whatever the going rate was at the time, which would have been this past summer. So I'm actually just finally getting to that. I listed some of the Star Wars stuff. I gave him $300 for everything. But I don't know. In retrospect, maybe I wouldn't have done it. So it's a lot of work for kind of a low turnover. If I could do it all at once and, you know, make a quick $500, that'd be one thing. Or I guess it'd be $400. So yeah, I'm only gonna make like $400 when this is all said and done. So I gotta try not to put too much time into it. But yeah, here's what I listed so far as land speeder. Lighting's a little better over here. Two of these 2-in-1s. One's like a Boba Fett and IG-88. The other is Darth Vader and Prince Zizor, I think. That's how you pronounce that. Not really up on my Star Wars stuff. And I got another box of these. Everything's new in box, sealed too, except for that land speeder, which had been open. So I listed that as like new and open box on eBay. All this stuff is just going to go on eBay too, because it's Christmas time here coming up soon, and during fourth quarter, you have to be ungated to sell toys and stuff on Amazon. So I can't even sell toys until after the first of the year anyway. So this is all just going on eBay. But yeah, here's another box of those new figures. So kind of been starting to take a crack at that. This is stuff that I've kind of been keeping down here, waiting for the really cold weather when I can't work outside like today. These books and these figures, toys and stuff. So yeah, trying to get through this bookshelf too. I got these listed already. A few of these actually sold already. And I'm gonna get to this stack here hopefully today. I have a live sound job today, and I have to get there. I usually do that every Saturday, but I have to get there much earlier today because it's like a private party type thing. So yeah, hoping to get a little bit more listed today though, and then yeah, next week that's what I'll probably be working more on these books, and still have all these electronics to get to. Here's a cool vintage TV I picked up at the flea market. I talked the guy down to 30 for that. It does work. I'm not sure if the audio works, but the video definitely works. Sometimes the audio problem could just be a bad pod or like a rotted out speaker or something. So hopefully an easy fix there. We'll see. I got 4 of these Commodore monitors that I'm going to sell. I used to use these. I used to have, I guess, 3 of them hooked up and like 1 as a spare. But really trying to downsize. been downsizing a lot in my life and around the house for like the past 2, maybe 3 years. I can't remember when I started watching like all the minimalism videos and stuff on YouTube. That's been like a really positive change in my life, and I guess that kind of. Oh yeah, here's the other Atari. I got another Atari ready to go and listed. This has been up there for almost 2 days now. All the other ones have sold pretty much within 48 hours, so hopefully that one will sell today too. I just sold a video game. Sales have been really good this week, as they should be for fourth quarter. So it's Saturday morning and I just sold a $70 video game. So I'm at like, I think $520 for the week gross. So probably, 300 something in my pocket after shipping and fees and all that. Maybe a little more. We'll see how it pans out on Monday or Tuesday when I do the numbers. But yeah, that kind of brings me to my next thing here, which was 2019. I'm going to try to basically not buy anything all year, including if I have to buy clothing, I will probably get it at the thrift store. I think I have enough with what I'm probably be buying a couple of things coming up. That should get me all the way through next year. And I will be spending food on utilities, my mortgage payment, obviously, and immediate utilities for here, water, electrical, etc. Keeping the cell phone because of the business. That'll be a business expense. Other business expenses like buying inventory are going to be exempt from this idea, but I'm going to try to keep business expenses at a minimum, which I always do anyway. I probably have enough packing tape to get through the year right now. I got all this packing tape over a year ago at Salvation Army, a whole tote. Probably can't see that, but there's a whole tote full of packing tape. There used to be like a heaping mountain of packing tape. And that will get me through next year. As you can see, I always am getting free boxes. When it's nice out, I usually don't have to buy bubble wrap, so I can find enough of that dumpster diving. This time of year, I'm not out on my bike as much. And I've been shipping a lot of electronics, so I did buy a bunch of bubble wrap at Home Depot, and I got some when I was at. Here's some that I actually found the other day, which is nice. But I just ordered some on eBay, and that's coming. But yeah, shipping expenses, buying inventory at thrift stores. I'm going to still do that. Buying inventory off of Craigslist, flipping it, still going to be doing that. Of course, going to be dumpster diving, so free inventory there. But aside from food, utilities, and my mortgage, and I'm really going to try to go all year without buying anything. I don't need to buy any toys or tools or anything like that I can think of. Of course, things are probably going to come up. But that's the goal. I just kind of decided that this year I'm going to go for that. That's going to be like, I guess, my New Year's resolution or whatever. I don't really do that sort of thing, but I guess it applies in this case. So just to wrap things up here, maybe an addendum to the whole not buy anything next year concept. I should point out that there's going to be some business expenses, buying trips, possibly, taking my car to do Craigslist deals, car-related expenses like oil change, I guess would be included in that. So it's not going to be really don't buy anything concept as much as just try to minimize my spending completely to the absolute minimum. Dog's growling at me. She doesn't like when you get in her personal space over there. Very strange little dog. But yeah, the only other caveat I could think of would be my wife is going to want to go out to eat from time to time. Do something, as a couple. Definitely not every week. We don't go out that much. We probably go out about once or twice a month. So I'm not going to suspend that. And then there also will be, I know one trip coming up this year that's going to be sort of half personal, half business, like a more extended trip. But that all remains to be seen. But yeah, that's kind of my concept. I'm just going to try to really minimize my spending, try to accumulate money in the bank, only spend money on my mortgage, utilities, business expenses, my car I consider completely a business expense, because if I didn't use it for my business, I would not have it. And I don't really use it that much. I generally drive once or twice a week. I take my bike really everywhere I can. This time of year is really the only time. Sometimes I can't, it's just too cold or whatever, to ride 20 miles to work on Saturday nights for my Livestone gig. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll have some more exciting stuff coming up. Still trying to get that helmet cam before the end of the year. Want to make this YouTube channel happen. Think it could be interesting. Stay tuned.